Hey, folks, my guest today is Praneet Chandra. He spent 12 plus years building and scaling SaaS and commerce startups right from zero to IPO. Intrigued by Web 3.0 and new avenues it can open for commerce, he's plunged into building Web 3.0 based decentralized commerce system called Cressy. All right, Praneet, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I think I've spent a lot of decades in SaaS, a lot of bundling, unbundling I've seen. And I think with Web 3.0, it's really opening up a lot of avenues for the businesses, right?
So tell me,
And
give me an example of a customer that's using you today.
so we have got several top D2C brands in India using us. Somebody like Nario, they are India's first women-led food brand, and they use us to sell through our decentralized network with over 80 plus people, 80 plus sellers across India selling their products.
Sorry, what is it? It's not Nadio, a women's network?
Yeah, Nario, NAARIO.com. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And what do they sell?
So they sell basically natural homemade products, and they source it from the women entrepreneurs, and then they basically package it. They're kind of a D2C brand, and how we enable them is they become a seller on our platform, and then there are these several women entrepreneurs who actually become resellers of their product. And this all happens through a decentralized network where they do not get charged with any commissions from the likes of your behemoth like Amazon or Flipkarts, but like everything is based on buyers and sellers individually. Yeah.
So does Nario pay you to use your Web 3.0 technology?
Yeah. Nario pays us to use our Web 3.0
How
technologies.
much they pay you, or how much do your customers pay you on average per year?
So on our customers, on average, since looking at India, where the technology spend is quite low, are roughly like $400 a year.
Okay.
And that's a kind of thing that we have. And we have got like over 260 plus customers on our network at this point.
260.
Yeah, 260 customers.
So can I take 260 customers times $400 a month, a year? You're doing about 100,000 bucks a year in revenue.
Yeah.
Interesting. And when did you launch? What year?
So we just launched like 6 months back. So last year during the second wave of pandemic, I was in India, stuck at my parents' place. And I was like, oh, why are these aggregators really charging such a high commission, like 36%, your likes of Amazon or Flipkart and others in India? And I was like, you could literally break it, right? And that's where this idea came into my mind. I did a lot of research, right? Does it really make sense for having a decentralized network? And we banged on some of the open source research that has been done, and we kickstarted company around December officially, kind of
And
thing.
who's we? How many co-founders?
So I've got another co-founder. He leads on the technical front as such. Yeah.
Did you guys split equity 50-50 up front?
No, since majority of idea and conception came from me, and plus the initial code, I run the majority of it, like 75-25. Yeah.
Okay, 75% Praneet, and then 25% your co-founder.
Yeah.
Okay, and have you guys raised capital today, or are you bootstrapped?
We are bootstrapped right now, and we are right now trying to pilot with another doubling the number of customers in next quarter or so, and then we'll go for raising the money as such. That's the plan for us. Yeah.
Interesting. So bootstrapped. That's great. How many folks are on the team today?
We have got like over 8 people, and just one person joined, so I could call it 9 people technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many engineers?
So we are like 4 engineers. Yeah.
Four. Okay. And how are you signing up these 260 customers? Is it sort of door to door? Is it outbound, inbound? How are you signing them up?
So what we do is we take our network as a leverage, right? So we go into people, we really see people are selling on Instagram, people are selling on Amazon. We reach out to them, tell them like, hey, are you tired of paying commission, or really worried about how do you really get started on this web journey, right? And that is where we massively attracted. We have used LinkedIn as our outbound sales channel and generating lots of revenues with that.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right. So the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raised. They sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. I mean, aren't brands like Nario and other D2C brands happy to pay Amazon a 30% cut because of all the traffic that Amazon brings? You can't bring those customers the same amount of traffic that Amazon does.
So the power that we run is because we are building this decentralized network on a protocol that is backed by a semi-government organization, right? It's becoming a decentralized network. So we are getting more and more buyer apps on the platform, right? It's called as ONDC. If you would read about it, it's called Open Network for Digital Commerce. So we are building on top of it. So it means other buyer apps would have incentive to even showcase our seller products. So you literally break commerce into two parts. One side, you've got a seller app where sellers are putting their catalog and everything, and the buyer apps are really giving the discovery piece for people to really read through the data and open up this whole platform. So your whole thing around finder's fee could literally be reduced because the whole network is now leveraging the sellers on the network as such. Mm-hmm. So we are one of the first early adopters for it. Yeah.
And so last month, what's the total summed up a GMV that was sold through your platform?
So last month, the total GMV that if I have to convert is roughly $30,000 US. That was a GMV that came in. Sorry, I had to just convert them from rupees. Yeah,
that's okay. And you make 3% on that as well, right?
Yeah. So we do not charge any commission on people. We are like a flat subscription as such, right? So that's where we really make it. And all the money directly goes through our sellers, right? Directly goes through to sellers. We use the payment gateways. They charge their markups, but we do not charge any commission on top of it.
So just to be clear, you do not charge a 3% transaction fee.
Yeah, I do not charge, but the payment gateway might, right?
I see. So on your pricing page, I see this under starter, but you're passing it off to the payment gateway, whoever that is.
Exactly.
I see. Okay, got it. And then I guess what is the, you have Forever Free, Starter, Unlimited, right? What's the monthly cost of Unlimited, the flat fee?
So the monthly cost for Unlimited is roughly $400. That's what we sell that. And then Starter is free, right? People come in, look at the network. Okay, I want to do something. And then basic comes for somewhere like $200 to $50 a month kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I guess, tell me a little bit more, 30,000 in GMV, how many SKUs, how many products sold to make up the 30,000?
The exact number would not be on top of my head, but roughly we might have sold over how many orders? Around 3,400 orders. Yeah.
Okay. So got it. Yeah. So average order size is about $80, $90.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So, and those total orders were across how many, how many brands, D2C brands got at least one order last month?
That's a bit tricky to measure for us because, again, as our decentralized network, we do not track everything. So we have to go to individual sellers and look at that number. But on an average, what we understand based on the transaction history that hits up on our gateway is like 40% of D2C brands definitely make a transaction. Some of them are
okay. So of your 260 paying customers, then 40% sold at least one thing last month.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Or about 100 and 111, 110, something like that. Okay. That's interesting. So I guess, are they happy paying a flat monthly fee if they don't get any sales that month?
Yeah, I think that's where the advantage comes in, right? Like they do not have to worry about like, oh, is how do I really mark it up? How do I really put it on different pricing and all the pricing adjustment that they have to make? So they are really upfront. They are anyway spending on doing their e-commerce sites and building out their D2C brand, and that costs you a lot more, right? Like even with the likes of Shopify, you are roughly looking at somewhere like $1,000 a year kind of thing running a D2C store. So anyways, they see us not as an aggregator, but more of an enabler, right? So we are anyways more profitable than or more cost affordable than Shopify, but at the same time, yeah, we are cutting down all of your aggregator commission percentage. Yeah.
Praneet, are you paying any CAC, customer acquisition costs, to acquire these customers?
Uh, so most of it is, as I said, right, we use Instagram as our channel, right? We send out DMs and really try to figure out, oh, these brands have got good following and everything. They must be selling more. And that's how we qualify them. So it's more of a personal fee as compared to putting on any ads or anything. Like one thing I realized early on, Google ads and Facebook ads is good for getting a sign up, but doesn't really convert them to a paid customer. So that is how different it is. Yeah.
Interesting. And what about your churn to date? What is your churn?
So it's been a very short time that we have been in business as such. So we have hardly seen any churn apart from a couple of customers who came into a free plan and then they never converted into a paid plan as such. So that has happened quite a few times. But I don't see another thing that we have to always look at it. Unless a customer really sees value that I'm able to drive an order, I would not really get converted, right? So we get a lot of people, but I cannot call it a specific churn as such at this point. Yeah.
I see. Interesting. Okay. So what's the game plan over the next 12 months? What do you think you can grow revenue to?
So I think we can definitely 10x the revenue from this current standpoint. And very soon, like even if we double the revenue, we become profitable as such. So we become massively profitable.
How much are you burning per month right now?
So right now our burn is roughly somewhere around $5,000, $6,000. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. And you're just paying for that personally right now, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, most of it comes from like, okay, business helps in sometimes, but yeah, that's a massive part of my equity that I've put in right now. So yeah, but it's fine. I think, yeah, go on.
How much total cash did you put into the business to get it going?
So roughly around $6,000 to start with, right? So and that included everything like setting up your instances on cloud and everything, really getting up the first set of developers and everyone to start working on it. Yeah. So that's where it went on.
Very cool, Praneet. All right. Well, heck of a story here. Let's wrap up with the famous five. Number one, favorite business book.
My favorite business book right now is Asymmetric Marketing. I really like it, and I've been applying quite a lot of it in the way how I'm building the company, right? Rather than spending on the conventional channels, figure out what are the different ways how you can really acquire customers and change the whole market dynamics. So that's something that I'm really into. Yeah.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
So CEO right now I'm following is Nitin Kamath from Zerodha. So they are one of the biggest stock brokerage company in India, and they are completely bootstrapped. They are a unicorn, and like I really like the values and ethos that he runs across the company as such.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building Cressy?
WordPress.
Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Sorry?
How many hours of sleep do you get every night?
That's a difficult question. Probably 6.
Okay.
Struggle to 5. Yeah.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Married. 3 years into marriage. Yeah, it's going well. Yeah, no kids yet. Yeah.
No kids. And how old are you?
I'm right now 32. Yeah.
22. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you... Oh, 32. Okay. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
That you should start a company rather than doing a job. Yeah.
Guys, there you have it. Cressy, QRESSY.com, launched just 6 months ago, now doing about $8,500 a month in revenue because 260 direct-to-consumer brands are listing their product SKUs on their platform in a decentralized way. He's helping them get sales of their products, and he doesn't take a 30% fee like Amazon. That's why he's growing. Last month, they processed $30,000 in total orders across all their 260 customers. That's about 3,400 total orders as they look to scale. They're bootstrapped to date. He's funded the business with $6,000 of his own money as they look to scale up their team of 9. Praneet, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.